Hi everyone, I'm KarynOK, the writer and instructor for Signing Social American Sign Language Lessons. I wanted to go over a very important topic with you, lip reading. Deaf and hard of hearing people use lip reading to understand hearing people. However, no matter how easy we make it look, it's not as easy. Lip reading, in its purest form, uses the eyes to see the actions of the lips, tongue, face, and neck to understand the words a person is saying. No problem, right? Actually, lip reading is a highly specialized skill, and not everyone gets to the doctorate level. In fact, the majority of deaf and hard of hearing people can only understand about 35% of the words a person is saying. So, what does 35% look like? Not good is what it looks like. Now, I've been able to attain 70% comprehension. How much better is 70%? Still not a walk in the park. I and the rest of my deaf and hard of hearing crew make up the missing percentage by using a mix of techniques like facial expression, contextual clues, current scenarios we are in, how your voice bounces off us. Deaf and hard of hearing people combine some or all of these techniques to eventually understand. Then again, if all else fails, sometimes we just pretend to understand and mirror expressions. Now that you understand how challenging lip reading is, here are some things you can do to help us understand you better. Don't bounce or move your head around a lot. You're not a bobblehead. Make sure your face is visible to us. The full face, not a third, not a profile. Keep things away from your face that can obstruct our view. Lighting. Soft incandescent lighting works best. It's not too dark, it's not too bright, and it doesn't make a lot of shadows to obstruct our view. Remember, a deaf and hard of hearing person's eyes are everything, so make sure that we can see everything. Quiet environments. We can't feel the vibrations of your voice if there's too many other noises making vibrations in competition with yours. Don't over-enunciate or mumble. We've all been taught to see the proper common language, so speak the words naturally. Don't go too fast. You're not a farm auctioneer. Also, don't go too slow. You will bore us both. Speak clearly. Speak normally. Don't shout. We can't hear you anyway, so no need to strain your vocal cords. Speak one at a time. And if you're in a group discussion, raise your hand when you're about to speak. A lot of times, a sentence is about halfway through before I can figure out who's speaking. Make sure we aren't too far from the speaker. I mean, respect personal space and all that, but if we're 10, 20 feet away from you, we probably won't see all the nuances your mouth is doing, and probably won't be able to feel your voice either. If we ask you to repeat yourself, do just that, but just a tad slower. If we ask again, simplify the words. We acknowledge your intelligence even when you aren't using 5-syllable words. Don't change the topic suddenly. We tend to be on a one-track mind and try to anticipate the words that you will use. So if you're discussing video production and suddenly jump out with Jumbo Purple Monkey Eater swimming in the fog, you're going to throw us off our game. However, if Disney is being discussed, we will totally expect to see supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If the conversation does take a different direction, It's nice to have paper and something to write with and quickly jot down the new topic. It doesn't have to be long, just a few words will do, like Sharon's new shoes. And speaking of jotting down, there are times when even my 70% is hopelessly lost and not catching what you're saying. If we ask you to write or text something, please do. Trust me, at this stage of the game, we have seen every handwriting possible. And we don't judge penmanship or grammar much. Please also understand that there will be moments that we just won't be able to read your lips. For instance, bad lighting, noisy crowds, but also, gentlemen, if you have facial hair, it's just not going to happen. And if we are sick, medicated, or feeling intense emotions like anxiety, anger, or sadness, we're not going to have the mental focus to pull off lip reading. Also, if it's 11 at night and we've already been lip reading all day, or if it's 9 a.m. and we've only had 4 hours of sleep, we are probably going to be too tired to have a deep philosophical conversation. When these impossible moments happen, please be patient with us. Whip out a piece of paper and writing utensil or your phone and be prepared to write or text away. We may respond speaking, but we may respond writing or texting. I often respond with a text or writing, especially in noisy situations, because I have a hard time gauging the decibels of my voice. And if we're gossiping, the whole place doesn't need to know what we really think of Sharon's new shoes. The most ultimate awesome thing you can do is learn a little sign language. Speaking for me, sign language is my first language, but I rarely communicate in it besides with myself, my cats, and my interpreters. However, each and every time someone genuinely tries a sign, it fills my heart with deep appreciation and instantly brings my anxiety level down to 3. Because when you sign, what you say to me is that I matter and that I am included, and everyone should be able to feel like that, especially if they have been invited to a place or work there. So, if you'd like to learn American Sign Language, I offer review videos at kcumylearnworlds.com. It's free to register and free to use. I hope this video helps you understand lip reading a little more and improve your communication with the deaf and hard of hearing.